Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, let me just say this, okay? We have, show everybody how they can get in touch with the show. Um, 706-889-9700, there you go. Now, let me just say this, okay? Let's put up, Josh, the angry black woman, Erica Thomas, number 20. And this is this little short, Cuban guy, a little short Cuban. I mean, he just went into Publix. He's a little short Cuban. He couldn't take it anymore. He went back, look, man, get in there. That says 10 items. You got 20. Get over there. So we know, let's put it like this, that she started crying, and she started crying. And she called the media, and she is going to blow this up. She found her white guy. Let's stay focused. She found her white guy that she thought that said, go back, a woman of color, to where you come from. So, not to take too much time on this, but this one we're going to go over one more time in a different way. This woman is now, I don't want to go too far with it, she is now, Erica Thomas, she is in the Georgia House of Representatives, she is the minority, the Democrats are in the minority, she is the minority leader, Democrat leader for the Georgia House of Representatives. She is the face of the Democrat Party in Georgia. I mean, if you are a Democrat member, if you're a Democrat that plans on running against David Perdue for Senate, if you are, what's her name down there? She ran for lieutenant governor. I'll come up with that in a minute. Look up who ran, who? If you are Sarah, and look up the mayor of Columbus, or former mayor of Columbus, Georgia. She is running. She's a lady. Get her name. Sarah, if you're Sarah Riggs Amico, if you are Sarah Riggs Amico, and you're wanting to run for Senate, you need to ask for her resignation today. Now, I don't know what the rest of the media will do, but I will, every single day that this woman does not resign, I will highlight her on social media, and I hope you will share it and help me go with it. The Georgia DNC, the face of the Georgia DNC, Erica Thomas, okay? Teresa Tomlinson, that's who. Okay, we'll go with that. If you are running for Senate, if you're a Democrat and you're running for any of the congressional districts, if you are a Democrat and you're running for any state Senate office, if you are a Democrat and you're running for any state representative office, you must come out and ask for her resignation. Not based on what she did, and that's where you're missing the point. We know what she did, but not based on what she did, based on the groundwork you laid as a party. And that's what Democrats don't do. They attacked Kavanaugh as Supreme Court justice, but don't apply the same rules to a Democrat that is guilty of what they attack a Republican for. So the point is, the president come out, okay, and the president come out and he said, put out a tweet, never mentioned anyone's name in Congress, never mentioned it, never mentioned who they are, never said nothing. But he did say Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats were being run by these four congressmen or members of Congress. Like whack-a-mole, all four stood up. Put them up. Can you get them real quick and then go back to this? All right. So immediately after the president tweeted that, okay, these four stood up. President never gave a name. Donald J. Trump never gave a name. Never said women of color. But the corporate corrupt media grabbed this and they rubber stamped. They rubber stamped these four names. They rubber stamped women of color. They rubber stamped, okay, racism. Everything. They rubber stamped from a tweet that had nothing. Now, President doubled down, as they say. Go back to, well, let's go here with this. Doubled down and said, hey, if you don't like this country, you can go back where you came from. Make it better and come back here. Oh, my God, the three of them, Tlaib, Priestley, and Cortez, are born in this country. Why, where would you send them back to? President just said, hey, if you don't like it here, go back to where you come from. Go back, make it better, come back, tell us how it works. Just something you just say it, all right? Go back. Media spun that out of control. Out of control, the corporate corrupt media. Now, Ilhan Omar should be sent back. Because here's what another thing with when Trump called the Greenville audience patriots. Let me tell you the difference, the major difference between Trump supporters and Democrats. We research, we read, for the most part we read. Those people showing up, we read, we research. We know that Omar, we're reading every day, has entered this country probably illegally through lies for asylum, lies to gain citizenship, and she probably should be sent back to her country, which is Somalia. We know that. That's what you get at a Trump rally. Now, they do polls and they talk uneducated. No, we read. Democrats do not. The 150 to show up for Joe Biden, they do not. They do not. Research. So that being said, then there was the go back where you come from. Then there was the Greenville chant. The corporate media. How could you say? I mean, this is the most racist thing according to them. We have concentration camps. This was despicable. This is racist. Nazi, Hitler. I mean, they ran it all down your throat. Where the president never said one racist thing. The corporate, if the liberals would slow down and think, and they'd put all the pieces together on their little chalkboard, they would see it's the corporate, corrupt media that ran this whole narrative. And then we got to the Greenville, North Carolina rally, and we got 13 seconds. They timed it. And they judged Trump that he didn't interrupt it. They judged him that he didn't say, hey, you need to stop saying that. 13 seconds of send her back. Oh my God, the white nationalist, racist, Nazis, send her back. That was directed at Omar. The people chanting that, no, Omar maybe is in this country illegally and is not legally a congresswoman. There's an investigation. But it blew up. Now, what did they need? Because the media, see somebody like Erica Thomas, go back to her, go back to the angry white black woman, number 20. See, the media was like, so are you telling, they have these black bow tie, Eddie Claude Jr. and Eugene Roberts, they have, and then they bring in Al Sharpton, okay, the major race baiter, Al Sharpton. They bring these people in and, Al Sharpton says, I've experienced people say to me, go back to Africa. And they don't know the hurt. So they did all this time on what go back where you come from, right? They put all this time, the corporate corrupt media, into how that hurt. If you're just a black American, how that hurt so bad, right? to where obviously there was some black Americans across this country looking for their opportunity. All they needed was a white guy. All they needed was to make the narrative up. Now, we're going to go with this a little further. We did it yesterday. We're doing it again. This is the face of the Democrat Party in Georgia. So let's do the montage first, Josh. We played this yesterday. We're going somewhere different with this today. It's not all the same, regurgitating the same thing. We're going a little different, staying focused on some things. Play the montage first.
I want to make sure that everyone knows that in any way am I backtracking on my statement or am I retracting on anything that I said.
He said, "You lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from."
He said, go back, those types of words. I don't want to say, he said, go back to your country or go back to where he came from, but he was making those types of references is what I remember. And that's when he said, and like I said in the thing before, that's when he said and made a reference to, go back where you came from. I don't want to say, he said, go back to your country or go back to where he came from, but he was making those types of references is what I remember.
He said, "You lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from."
I want to make sure that everyone knows that in any way am I backtracking on my statement.
Okay, so we know today she made up the entire story. And we know the little Cuban dude, Eric, which is my new hero. I don't care if he hates Trump. I do not. I've been waiting my whole life for somebody to call somebody out that's been standing there with 22 items in the 10-item line. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Cuban. Don't care what language you speak. I don't care if you hate Trump. If you hate Republicans, fine. Good for you. Do whatever. But if you had the nerve to go back and say, I've had enough of people just jumping in line and thinking you don't have to follow any rules. So, that being said, moving along, we know Erica Thomas put her back up. Let's stay with her, number 20, until we get to the... All right, we know angry black woman. First of all, she is a state representative, a Georgia state representative, okay? She is the minority leader in the House. So however many Democrats, she's their leader, okay? She was either using in the checkout line her black privilege, because if I would have played that tape a little longer, you can see where she's yelling that this white privilege thing has to stop, okay? Because she says to Eric, this white privilege thing has to stop. So she attacks him for white privilege, okay? So she's crying. So either she was using her black privilege or she was using her, I'm a state representative, I do what I want. Now, she said she could not stand on her feet long, so that's why she went through the express line. Okay, so she's lied about everything that happened. Now, did Eric leave and come back and confront her? Absolutely he did. But the confrontation, why she was in line, all the above is all lies. Now, here's the thing, is she called the media. She called this little presser in front of the store, okay? In front of the store. She wanted that out there, okay? In front of the store. She called the media. She spun this. They fell for her lie. They took her lie. They were going to run with her lie. Guess what? Eric said, you're not going to do with that. I think that's his name. He said, no, I'll show up and crash your camera day here of all these lies. I'm going to crash it because you're not going to stand out front here and lie. See, now, Eric doesn't show up, right? Pay attention. Eric doesn't show up and have the nerve to go say, that didn't happen. Guess what? She runs with it. Guess what? The Atlanta liberal media, they're all liberals, right? The Atlanta liberal media runs with it. MSNBC runs with it. This would have blown all up. She was looking to be a national black hero. She was looking to go on Morning Joe. Eric goes home. Now look at the side of this, folks. This is dangerous. This is why I've said it's dangerous. We can take the debt. I know. The country. We'll figure something out. We can take all these things. This is the dangers, and the scary thing that's happening from coast to coast, sea to shining sea, that scared the hell out of me. I'm just being candid. Eric doesn't go back. Not to Publix. He doesn't go back. He doesn't go to that press rally right there, or that press conference that she calls. He just goes home. He tells her off and says, "Damn it, you fat, lazy bitch," which we don't know if that happened. "You lazy, fat bitch, get over in aisle 9. Aisle 7 says 10 items. You got it? I ever come in here again, I'll kick your ass over tonight." Whatever he says, okay? But let's say he went home. And he's watching it on TV. Let's look at it from that side. He's watching it on TV, right? Does not challenge anything. The little Cuban doesn't challenge anything, right? He goes home, he's watching TV, she's out there, she puts her crying video, she calls that press conference right there, they all show up, and she says, "This white man, blah, 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 blah," and he sits at home, he's eating Cheetos, and he says, "Wow, I didn't expect all that to happen. All right, good for her." He does nothing. This woman takes a total, complete, fabricated lie, okay? And she would be blown up. There would be days of coverage of "this is what we thought." They'd get Al Sharpton. We knew this would happen. We knew this is the president. He incited this. His supporters, the white nationalists, racists at the rally, send them back where they come from. And you'd have the Al Sharpton and Eddie Claude Jr. and Eugene Robinson, and you'd have them all in there, and they would say, "See, that's the hurt we knew was coming from the Trump campaign. That's how we feel." Al Sharpton would say, "I was trying to explain to you." And she would be, I'm telling you, this would have blew up. The media would have checked nothing out, and they would have loved this, and they would have run with a lie. This is Michael Avenatti. This is the Russian collusion. They run with the lies, knowing they're nothing but lies. They would have. So let's play the part. See, she calls all she calls all of them. "Hey, come on up to this grocery store. I'll stand out in front of it. I will tell you how this white guy talked to me, told me go back to, I will get some fake tears going and think, I've never been to Africa." And this white guy just said, "Go back to Africa." And I'm thinking, what's he going to do next? Call me a spirit checker or something? I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I mean, I don't care how mad you get at me. I really do not care, okay? This woman, in fact, she was telling lies. She's saying, this white privilege, he's called me a bitch, right? I swear to God, Africa, gotta go back. What am I going to do? All right, so go to where Eric's trying to talk to the media, like, "Hey, no. Let me tell you what happened." And it freaks her out because she knows her fame that she thought she was just going to go national has blown up. Watch what happens when she knows it's blown up. Now, we're not done with this. We're going different directions. Go for it, Josh.
Back in, went up to the lady, which I did not know her name, did not know her stature as a state legislature or anything, and asked her.
Sir, you don't get a spotlight. You don't get anything at all because you degraded me and you berated me, and everybody needs to see your face on camera. Right? Yes, I know it's on camera, and everybody needs to know that what you did to me, and what you did to me as a woman that is 9 months pregnant, and you think you're going to get away with this? No, you're not. You are going to jail. And this speaks for every, I'm showing myself. This speaks for every black, brown, and any woman that's out there that's 9 months pregnant, and a white man comes up to you and calls you a son of I don't care what you are. Yes, you are. If anybody comes up to you and calls you a son of it, I am facing the man that degraded me and berated me, and I'm not crying. No, I'm not. I'm standing right in front of you. And if you know how you made me feel yesterday, if you know how you made my daughter feel.
Back off before I call the police.
Call the police right now because they are looking for you.
I already talked to them.
It's okay. I am so happy that you're here. And I'm happy that everybody needs to see this man that did this to me. And he thinks that he gets a 5 minutes of fame. You think that you're going to come up when you see police, when you see SB 46, you think you're going to come up here and get a spotlight? No, you're not. The only spotlight you're going to get is everybody needs to see the man that did this to a woman that's 9 months pregnant.
Are you a state legislator?
Thank you. Nobody is here for you.
Are you a state legislator?
Thank you. We can continue my interview.
you like me to finish? How would you guys want to handle this?
We want to hear from both of you.
Yeah, we want to hear both sides.
No, he is. I cannot believe that you would do this. And do you not feel bad? Do you feel bad?
You understand you're a liar?
I'm a liar about what?
Everything that happened.
Do you feel bad?
Me telling you to go back where you came from?
Do you feel bad about yesterday?
Did I say that?
Yes, you. Are you serious? Or you didn't say?
Did I say?
What did you say to me then?
Is it on video?
What did you say to me?
I called you a lazy bitch.
Okay, that's all
the
you
worst
did.
thing I said.
That's all you said to me.
Yes.
Okay, because that makes you look better because everybody's after you now. So that makes you look better to say that.
I know what I
It's
said.
okay. It's all
The
right.
video
though.
knows what I said.
Okay, yeah, they all see it. They all see that you left out of the grocery store and came back.
I
in
didn't
and paraded
leave.
me.
I took one step out.
At the end of the day,
No
you know
one
what?
kicked me out.
I'll let you have your 5 minutes
Am
of
I
fame.
banned from Publix?
I'll let you have your 5 minutes of fame.
You got
have your
yours?
5 minutes of fame.
You got
There
yours.
you are. You know what? Thank you. You know what?
All right, I don't want to keep going because Eric explains he's from Cuba. His grandparents spoke Cuban. He is Democrat. He's not a Trump supporter. Doesn't like Trump. She blew up. Put that picture number 20 up. There she is. She blew up. Now, her excuse for having 20 items in a 10-item lane is what? 9-month pregnant, can't stand on her feet long. She's a liar. She's a despicable, disgraced liar. She says things like, you don't know how you made me feel. Remember, those are the catchwords, right? They did that. She watched all of the corporate corrupt media and heard the Al Sharptons of the world say, you don't know when we hear that how we feel inside. So she grabbed that one. You don't know how you made me feel. You're a white guy. She don't know. She don't know Eric's about to tell you she's not a Trump supporter. This lady's blowing it out of the proportion because she don't know Eric's about to say, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a Democrat. I probably voted for you. I hate Trump. I'm Cuban. My grandparents are Cuban. She don't know. She says a white guy come up to you. You can't just have a white guy come up to you. You don't know how to. See, she is angry because she called these and she says, you're not coming up here to get your 5 minutes of fame. No, Eric said, I'm not going to stand for it. You're just not going to roll over me. I'm not sitting on the couch and saying, man, look what happened. And the next thing I know, you're nationally on every corrupt corporate media TV channel out there saying how it made you feel to hear somebody say, go back to where you come from, right? But he goes up there, busted up. She can't stand in the grocery line because she's pregnant, but she spent more time throwing her the black finger, I know, angry black woman finger in your face, intimidating, okay, on Eric. He doesn't flinch. I got to give it to the dude, man. He doesn't flinch. Now, I'm not saying wrap this up, but let's put number 20 up and then go back to the other one. Let's see, wait a minute, what number is that? Yeah, let's go with number 23 and then bounce back to 21 and 20. Rotate 23, 21, and 20 as I look at this article. Now, everybody knows what you said to me in there. Everybody knows. Now, witnesses say Georgia lawmaker was the one who told man go back. The witnesses. Georgia Democrat lawmaker who went viral with the claim that she was told, go back where you come from at a grocery store, was actually the person who made the statement, a Tuesday report said, citing witnesses. Now, this came from an AJC article, but I'm reading it from Fox News. The Atlanta Journal and Constitution reported that a police report documented witness testimonies who claimed they watched the altercation between the state representative Erica Thomas and Eric Sparks. So they went in, the police, and they interviewed the witnesses that watched the altercation. They watched it. Thomas took to social media, which we know her, Erica Thomas, took to social media to claim Sparks berated her for using the express line with more than 10 items. At one point in their interaction, she claimed that he told her, go back where you came from. The phrase has been publicized in the media amid President Trump's ongoing feud with 4 progressive congresswomen. Sparks admitted, this is Eric, he admitted to calling her an expletive, maybe a bitch, okay? But denied Thomas's other claim. Gerald Griggs, Thomas's attorney, Erica Thomas's attorney, told the AJC that the officer's report does not tell the entire story because the 2 witnesses didn't hear the initial argument. So they're hiding behind the lies, and they won't come out from under the lies, okay? According to the AJC, a Publix employee told Cobb County deputy that she witnessed Thomas continuously over and over, tell Eric Sparks, go back where you came from. Can you not picture angry black woman? Go back where you came from. But not from Sparks. Continuously, several times, just continuously. This is what an employee told the Cobb County deputy in his report. That Thomas right there, yes, continuously tells Eric Sparks, go back where you come from. But he never heard Eric Sparks say it once. The employee also told the police Mr. Sparks began to leave, but Miss Thomas kept running her mouth as she approached him. He was trying to leave. He just went back and said, look, bitch, get in aisle 8. You got 20 items. This is a 10 item. And she freaked. Oh, God, yes, she freaked out. And they got it. Sparks began to leave. He tried to leave. But Miss Thomas kept running her mouth, is the quote, as she approached him. Thomas reportedly told police that Sparks ran up to her with clenched hands in such a manner that it made me fearful for my safety and myself and my daughter. Lie, lie, lie. However, the deputy indicated in his report that Sparks, a Cuban Democrat, did not appear to be irate. A Cuban Democrat. Okay, the deputy. So let's call law enforcement a liar. Let's go after law enforcement, Erica Thomas. The deputy indicated his report that Sparks, a Cuban Democrat, did not appear to be irate, nor did I see him with clenched hands. In security camera footage. So the deputy is pulled, right? He says, hey, the camera's in there. Eric, I got to give it to you, dude. I mean, why are you a Cuban Democrat? You seem like you got it together. We got to talk, dude. Eric is like, he's standing there. He's like, look, you can berate me all day long. You see, this is what happened in the grocery store, right? She attacked me. I did say, bitch, get out of the aisle. I did. Eric said, I did that, right? But he says, look at the camera. The deputy pulled the security camera footage, and his quote, Eric did not appear to be irate. He's watching the camera's footage. And now look at her. She's the one, finger in the face. Angry black woman, okay? Did not appear to be irate, nor did I see him with clenched hands in a security. And she says, with clenched hands in such a manner that I was fearful for my safety. Liar, liar. This white man came up to me and says, you lazy son of a bitch, you need to go back where you came from. Thomas lied. All right, I think we have enough there that this lady, one, is just a bald-faced liar. And she's a Democrat. And she's the minority leader of the House of Representatives in the state of Georgia. And she contrived every bit of this hoax off of what the corrupt media, corporate media, told her to do to exasperate race relations in this country. She attacked a white man who she thought was a white man. She attacked white people. On and on with her lies and attacks. A hoax. Where is the outrage from Democrats across the country? Where is the outrage from the corporate corrupt media saying, look at what happened? Where is the double standard, or there is a double standard? Where's the coverage on the flip side of this hoax? Where is it at? Buried, nothing. Where is the exposure of how dangerous, I mean dangerous, you see what happened here. I mean, she looked like she ready to beat little Eric's ass. I'm serious. And what if Eric goes out now and there's some people that do beat his ass? Look at how dangerous this is. I'm serious as can be. I'm not joking around. Where is the Democrats pouring out that, hey, media, you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater? Where is the corruption media? Why don't we put these people in jail for inciting riots, inciting hate? It's a hate crime. This lady says the cops are coming. Why? She's going to tell them it's a hate crime against her because she's a woman of color. Where is the hate crime against me? I don't know how you accept that. Where is it? Where is the outrage for what the corrupt, deep state, corporate media, the Democrats are trying to do to divide this country? Where's it at? Because let me tell you something. This stuff scares the hell out of me. Erica Thomas must resign today. I'm asking you to help me demand she resign today in the state of Georgia. I'm asking you to demand that she leave immediately. Because I'm going to tell you, she is the face of the Democrat Party in Georgia. Eric's owed an apology. All white people in Georgia. She needs to go to the podium, and she owes all white people in Georgia an apology. She needs to admit her lies. She needs to apologize to Eric, and she needs to resign immediately. Period. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you're a Democrat out there and you're running for a state house, a Senate state house race, if you're a Democrat and you're running for a Georgia House of Representatives seat, if you are a Democrat and you're running for a congressional seat, okay, if you are a Democrat and you're running for Senate, that is the face of the Democrat Party in Georgia. So Republicans, conservatives, you in the 9th district, all of you GOP chair, okay, David Shafer, I want you to tag David Shafer in this, and I want you to tell David Shafer what I said. Josh, I want you to write down GOP chair David Shafer, which is a good man, and I really like him. I want you to write down that this is the face of the Democrat Party and that they need to run with it. It needs to be on everything. It needs to be exploded all over the state of Georgia. This is the face of the Democrat Party, and she needs to resign now. I'm your host, BKP. We only got a couple minutes. I got to take a short break to regroup. But that is the face of the Democrat Party, Erica Thomas. We will tell you every single day in Georgia. Take us a break.